Now come to the last part of the story. This is the Excalibur. So the name of the sword is Excalibur. So please underline it. Merlin said, what is the specialty of the sword? The specialty is only an honest and fearless knight who protects the common people can possess this sword. So anyone can possess this sword. Only an honest and fearless knight, just as Arthur was, he could possess this sword. Okay. King Arthur accepted the enchanted sword. Enchanted means magical. From the mysterious hands appearing from the depths of the lake. I shall never use this magic sword for any personal benefit, King Arthur declared. King Arthur promised that with this magical sword, he would always use it to protect the interest of his people, to protect the interest of his land, for the good, for the benefit of mankind, but not for his personal gains or personal benefit. King Arthur could give peace and prosperity to England. The greedy barons were unhappy with King Arthur because he was gentle and just. He married the beautiful lady Guinevere, daughter of the King of Cornwall. On the wedding day, Merlin took him to a richly lighted pavilion, painted crimson and dark blue. Actually, Merlin, as the old followers of King Arthur's father, did many things about the royal family, about the royal palaces, which King Arthur did not know. Okay, therefore, what happened there? In the middle of the room was a huge round oak table, richly carved and capable of seating 50 people. So it was a huge round table where 50 people at a time could sit for a meeting or for discussion of anything else. This was the famous round table around which gathered King Arthur's devoted knight. So around this famous round table gathered 50 devoted knights of King Arthur. That's hচ্ছে around gathered hচ্ছে devoted knights, not mentioning the figure 50. These knights promised that they would help the helpless, be gentle to the weak, and to punish the wicked. To keep their vows, the knight undertook countless hazardous adventures. The stories of their goodness and kindness spread throughout the country. So you see from this line that it is not very easy to be a knight. A knight should a brave person who are expert in fighting battles. Not only that, they have some moral responsibility. What are they? That they would help the helpless. As a knight, he would help the helpless. Be gentle to the weak. They must not be rough to the weak, helpless person. They should be gentle. That is, within their heart, there must be sympathy or there must be some kind of softness. But in the outer layer, they must be brave one, strong one. And punish the wicked. So they must be strong enough, brave enough to punish the wicked. So they should protect the good ones and punish the evil ones. To keep their vows, the knight undertook countless hazardous adventures. So the knight used to go on various kinds of adventures, and this in the history of English literature is known as Arthurian legends. So each knight used to travel in various lands, in various places, And after coming back to King Arthur's court, they used to describe their adventures, their exploits, their experience, and what they have learned. And these are famously known as Arthurian legends, and these are then important parts of medieval English literature. The stories of their goodness and kindness spread throughout the country. So all the people came to know about the good acts of the knights of King Arthur. King Arthur ruled for many happy years and grew old with time. So as it is true for that all rulers must grow old. How powerful you would be, but you must grow old. Many of his trusted knights had perished during the adventures, and some of the knights perished during the adventures, and during the course of their adventures, they lost their lives. That is quite unfortunate. But it happened. It was the fate of these brave knights. The king gave his magic sword, the Excalibur, to a trusted knight. So now, as it is the King Arthur become old, so he handed over his duty. So he handed over his heritage or legacy to the next brave knight. And at the king's command, the knight threw the sword into the lake amid the plain of the sweet-smelling flower. A beautiful arm arose from the left, caught the sword, and disappeared into the green depths of water. So King Arthur asked this knight, "So as my time has completed yet, so please take this sword and throw it into this magical water body." And when that trusted knight threw it into the magical water body, again two arms appeared from the water and took the sword and disappeared. And the knight became very much surprised. The knight came back and told the king what had happened, because he could not believe that such thing would happen, though King Arthur would know that it would happen because he was aware of this magical incident. King Arthur smiled, so he smiled. That is what he had expected, that was happened. That is, his time has already come. If the sword would not accepted by the hands, then King Arthur would understand that it is still his time to rule the land. But when the sword was accepted, then King Arthur understood that now it is his time for leaving this land or leaving the job of ruling the land, and he must pass over the authority to rule to the next brave knight. He instructed his people to put him on a barge. So it is just like going to Banaprastha. That is, the king had successfully doing his job, and now he would left his kingdom and going to live a very pious and a very simple life. So he instructed his people to put him on a barge. Barge means a big boat, just like a boat of Noah. Okay. It was the hour of twilight. It was not only the hour of twilight, that is, it does not refer to the daytime, or does not refer to the twilight of a day. It refers to the twilight of the age. That is, he has quite advanced to his age, so he has to leave this duty with tearful eyes, because he has to say farewell to his dear people who used to love him till then. Everyone bid goodbye to the old king as the bird sailed with him towards the setting sun. So, with the setting sun, the bird sailed. The king went or sailed away to an unknown place where no people would come to know what happened to their dear King. Let us thank you very much.